Konami finally made my deck playable online.
Subscribe.
So the Centurion cards finally got released on Master Duel, meaning you can now officially play the best variant of Red Dragon Archfiend. As the only person in the world to be current back-to-back Master Duel Invitational Champion, it made perfect sense for me to hop on and see if we can get some success online as well. In August, we're going to be grinding up to Master Duel's highest rank and giving you a better idea on how to play the deck, but of course it's not going to be a one-to-one replica of our TCG build, because there's a few differences in Master Duel. Not only is King Calamity banned, which is a big one, but Terraforming is also banned. Belt hasn't actually been released in Master Duel yet because it's still a TCG exclusive. Of course, Max C is legal. Is that going to change our plays at all? And most importantly, it's best of one, so we need to figure out a proper deck list. With the amount of cooking we've been doing with this deck, we might as well become a pro chef, which is why this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Shopping sucks. People get in the way, don't know where they're going, and at times it's just way too busy. Not to mention you forget to buy something, or it's out of stock when you go to the shop. There's just so much that could go wrong. What if you could just get everything you need delivered straight to your door? That would save so much time and hassle every week, which is exactly what HelloFresh is for. All you gotta do is choose the meals you want from week to week, and HelloFresh will ship you all the ingredients and the cooking instructions just like that. It's good food too, like you can check the menu, they have so many things on there, so it doesn't even matter if you have a specific diet like vegan or vegetarian or keto either, because they've got you covered. So now, instead of getting stuck in traffic on the way to the shop or, you know, spending too much money on takeaway, you can use that time to clap some extra cheeks in Master Duel and that money you're saving to buy some extra gems. Speaking of saving money, I got a nice deal for you here as well. You can click the link in the description or use my code to get 10 free meals and free appetizers for life, which is one appetizer per box while your subscription is active in the US, or outside the US, local discounts will apply. Not to mention you'll also be helping out the channel, so all round, just a win-win. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Alright, so here is our preliminary list that we're going to be running to the top end of the Master Duel ladder. It's pretty much close enough to our TCG build. There's a couple of minor differences. The RDA engine is card for card, just the exact same. The Centurion engine is different by one card. Because Terraforming is banned in Master Duel, we've replaced it with one copy of Prosperity, which is arguably even better. But yeah, I see a lot of people get confused on what to banish for Prosperity, and it varies whether you're going first or going second. So if you're going first, with Prosperity, you're going to banish the Scarlight, the Pixie, Chaos Angel, Psychic End Punisher, Legatia, because you can't draw, and going first it's not really doing a whole lot unless you're playing just Centurion cards. And then you would also, for the 6th card, banish a Crimson Dragon target, whether that be Trishula, Supernova, or Cosmic Blazar. So that's what you banish for going first. When you're going second, your banishes are going to depend on what you have in hand, right? Typically, you're going to be banishing your going first setup cards, so things like Red Rising Dragon, maybe even Trishula, Cosmic Blazar. But you need to be able to weigh up your options and see what you can potentially go into from your extra deck to help crack your opponent's board, and then you would choose your banished targets. Extra deck, yeah, we have Red Rising Dragon, Ancient Pixie Dragon instead of Belt, because we do need a level 7 Dark Dragon Synchro, but also its effect can, funnily enough, come up because we are running the field spells. So it's not a totally dead card, it's like a very weak Belt, I guess. Yeah, we also have, of course, the original RDA. We are running Scarlight, Scarred, Trishula, Abyss, Dispatter, Chaos Angel, still on the Psychic End Punisher. I feel like this is probably more relevant in Master Duel because there's no Belt to go into, so 8+3 rather than 4+3. Make Psychic End Punisher, Cosmic Blazar, Supernova, Crimson Dragon, Legatia, and Oxala. We might want a level 8 or level 10 target for Crimson Dragon. We'll maybe look into that when it comes to playing through the ladder and seeing what actually happens. In terms of non-engine, still running 15 in our 42 card list. We are on 12 hand traps, and of course the Maxi minigame is a thing in Master Duel, so we are on our double called by and crossout designator as well. Usually you want your deck to have some plays through Maxi, otherwise you're just kind of gonna get screwed, and with this build in particular, we do have some consistent plays through Max C. So worst case scenario, we don't see Ash called by our crossout designator, we get Max C'd, we can still do something. So let's talk about that. Okay, so how our deck plays comes down to the engines you see in your opening hand. Do you have Centurion, do you have RDA, or do you have both? And in this example, we have both, so we're just going to play through our usual combo: normal summon Soul, add Bone, activate field spell, discard Bone to place Trudea, and then we're playing around the Beeroo, so Trudea to summon. We get Max Seed here. We don't want to give our opponent too many draws, and thankfully, we don't have to give them any, and we can still set up an interruption. So Trudea plays itself in Primera. We can make Legatia on our opponent's turn for a pop and draw, and then hopefully we have some other interruptions in hand, like hand traps or called by or whatever. And of course, because Legatia draws, we can also draw into another hand trap like Ash or Valor or something. Imperm would be very awkward to draw into, but yeah, we at least do have an interruption through Maxi without letting our opponent draw their entire deck. It's also kind of similar when you see only Red Dragon Archfiend cards, although it is a little bit worse. So we'd be normal summoning Soul here, adding Bone, or I guess Loop if you already have Bone. Activate Bone effect in hand, we get Max Seed. Okay, we got to not special summon as much as possible. So we special summon Bone Archfiend here. We're going to activate the effect of Bone target Soul, dump Vision, increase the level of Soul to 4, add Crimson Gaia, Synchro into Scarred specifically, because we want to have our board as sticky as possible. And then we're going to go Crimson Gaia, add Red Zone, which is essentially going to be a pop with protection with Soul Engrave, and of course Scarred will float into Red Dragon Archfiend. Our opponent got 2 draws off of the Maxi instead of 1, but we do at least, again, have an interruption through Maxi. Okay, I also want to talk about the 1-card Red Dragon Archfiend combos, because you actually have options now. So we're going to turbo through this. Crimson Gaia adding Soul. Soul is the 1-card starter here. So normal summon Soul. We're just adding Bone here for the sake of the 1-card combo example. So Soul add Bone. Bone effect special summon itself. Effect target Soul. Dump Crimson. Reduce its level by 1. We're going to Synchro Summon into the Red Rising Dragon. And Red Rising Dragon's going to summon back the Crimson Resonator. Crimson Resonator summoning 2 from deck. Vision plus Synchron. Vision plus Red Rising is going to make our Scarred. That is, of course, going to trigger Vision. And because we've already went through Crimson Gaia, we're just going to search the Red Zone directly here. Scarred plus Synchron into the Abyss, of course. Then we get our Chain Links. Master Duel is weird with Chain Links. You got to make sure your setting to choose your Chain Links is on. Chainlink 1 Synchron target Vision, Chainlink 2 Scarred is going to summon out our Red Dragon Archfiend, and Vision Resonator comes back to our hand here. Crimson plus RDA is going to make Dispatter. We are just synchro climbing through Dispatter, so there is an argument to run 2, but we can just cycle through Dispatter by banishing it and summoning it back with Red Zone, so, you know, there's an argument either way. But yeah, Special Summon Vision, Synchro with the Dispatter into Centurion Oxala, adding the Field Spell. We're going to activate the Field Spell and discard our Prosperity, which would have been more useful earlier on in the turn if we were playing properly, but we're just doing an example here. Place Trudea, summon Trudea, Trudea plays itself plus Primera, and pass turn. You know, the standard combo we were doing in TCG for the Calamity lock. Obviously, Calamity's banned, so our opponent special summons Ecclesia. We're going to trigger off our Synchros here, summoning Trudea plus Primera. Primera is going to search Gargoyle, and the Field Spell is going to Synchro into Crimson Dragon. Now, my chain was off, so I didn't get, or it was on auto, so I forgot to be able to Synchro with Crimson Dragon immediately, which is why we proceed to set a card on the opponent's turn, so we can then activate Crimson Dragon, and we can make Cosmic Blazar or Supernova. Because we have Red Zone, we would have double Supernova banish, but the point I want to make is with Cosmic Blazar, it can negate effects, or it can negate summons. You don't want to negate the summon, you specifically want to negate and destroy the effect of a monster on field, because that would trigger Crimson Gaia to bring back Scarred, and then Red Zone is live with the pop. So you're getting 2 interruptions with Cosmic Blazar as an option, and you're getting 2 interruptions with Supernova as an option, as opposed to the King Calamity. So yeah, kind of a quick little preliminary video of us adapting our deck to Master Duel before the actual grind starts in August, where we're going to take it all the way to the top, baby. That's pretty much going to be a little bonus series throughout the month where you guys see a lot more gameplay of the deck, and I guess kind of get to see my actual thought process while dueling with the deck as well. Don't worry, we're also going to speak about Flame Crime, and there's a lot of other stuff to look forward to. It's going to be a good month. It's going to be a good month with another big series I'm excited about as well. Thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned.